My people, how are you? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's your sister Roslyn's once here again, and welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today I want to tell you about my experience with one of our nannies. As I told you in my previous videos, we used to stay with many nannies in our home. My mom used to bring many nannies. Some are not nannies, some are just friends. Some are just people she has found along the way or in Nairobi town, and if they have nowhere to go, she brings in our home. Some people he gets back in the village. We are not relatives, but since you have said you want to come to Nairobi and blah blah, my mom will welcome you in our home. Not that we had a big house. No, we had two rooms, not two bedrooms, two rooms. One room for her and one room for us. And this one room for us was like a kitchen also. So this one room for us, we used to sleep there like we were too many in this room. Too many. And my mom used to say, so long as you get a small space for you to sleep and something to eat, that's all you need in life. You don't need all this luxury. So she taught us how to share, how to embrace one another, how to coexist with one another. In our house, it was like Kenya represented. It was Kamba, Kikuyu, Meru, Kisis. Every tribe was like represented in this house at one point or the other. So one of our nannies I can remember, as I told you guys in my previous videos, I told you me and my elder sister, we used to stay in the village. We used to school in the village. But when the schools are closed or during vacation, we come back to Nairobi. So we had many nannies. We used to have 2 or 3 nannies because at some point you find that we have these street kids, small kids my mom has taken from the street. She has brought in the house. Maybe we also have a small child. So there was a lot of work in the house. So most of the time we will have 2 or 3 nannies plus these other relatives or the needy people or the needy children. They're also here in the house. So there was a lot of work in the house. So we used to have more than one nanny. But I can remember this particular one nanny. Her name was Awur. Awur was this jovial, ever smiling, hardworking, dark, lovely girl, always. Awur was the best, you know. Awur was the best of our nannies. All of our nannies, Awur was the best. So Awur, I remember a certain point, Awur told me, I was 10 years, I think. I was 10 years. And Awur told me she had a boyfriend. So this boyfriend of Awur was like 18, 19 there. Me was like 10 years. And Awur told me she had a boyfriend. So one day we went to this boyfriend's house. The boyfriend was not there. But the boyfriend, sometimes he used to pass by in the morning, give Awur the key of the house as he goes to work. So during the day, Awur will go and clean his house. And Awur was very hardworking. I don't know where she went to, I don't know. Awur was very hardworking. So Awur, one thing, Awur was illiterate. She didn't go to school. The reason why, I don't know. She didn't go to school. But this guy, he was this, if he was not in university or college, but I think he was working. He was someone literate. He was literate. So this guy used to write letters to Awur. So Awur will tell me, because this guy stayed our home, our plot, then I think few meters down, So whenever he goes to work, he has to pass through our gate to go to the stage. That was the only easiest route for him. He has to pass through our gate when he goes to work. So Awuor will tell me, go at the gate, that guy will give you a letter to bring to me. I will bring the letter. And Awuor didn't know how to read. So we used to read this letter for Awuor. And we will exaggerate whatever is written there. Amesema nakupenda sana sijui nini. But the guy has just written, come and clean for me, come and do this ABCD in the house. Wacha tuongeze chumvi. I had another friend of mine called Achieng. She was our neighbor, just my age mate. So Achieng we will read things which are not even there in the letter. Anakupenda sana, amekumisi sijui nini. Awuor will tell us to reply this letter. So anaongea tunaandika, you know. So Awuor will tell us, write this way, write this thing, write ABCD. So with us, instead of writing what Awuor is saying, we are writing our own nonsense. Awuor anakupenda, sijui amekumiss, sijui anataka nguo, sijui nini. So it came a certain day. This man was very understanding, by the way. We wrote to him, Awuor wants some clothes and shoes. And Awuor didn't say all this, no. Awuor was very respectful kind of a lady. She was very, disciplined. She didn't say all this. We only wrote these things, and Awuor didn't know how to read. So we write, and I wait for this man in the evening when he comes from work, when he is passing at our gate. I give him the letter. The man didn't know Awuor is not the one writing this letter. He didn't know. So it came one day, this man came in the morning and he told us, me and Awuor, we go there, kuna ka market hapo, Line 7 market. Twende tukafanye shopping, akafanyia Awuor shopping. Unajua Awuor ajui, she's not aware that we wrote that she need clothes. But we wrote it. And the guy think Awuor is the one who wrote this letter. So the man took us to the market, me and Awuor. Awuor anaambiwa chague nguo. Hapo ndio Awuor aliniangusha. Awuor anaambiwa chague nguo. Anaangalia, we walked. Akitulitembea kwa hiyo market yote. Awuor hata kiatu hakuona mzuri. She saw nothing. I think she was ambushed, according to her. It was like she was ambushed. And she was this naive. She was still naive. According to me, she was still naive. And she was ambushed. And she looked in the whole market. Awuor kuona anything ya kuchukua. Hata bidii ya kuona. Tulizunguka. We were with this man. Me, this man and Awuor. Tulizunguka market yote. Awuor kuona kitu mzuri. Okay. Mi nikaambiwa nichague, because this man was like upset. He was annoyed. Awuor anaandika anataka nguo, tumepelekwa market, Awuor hajaona kitu mzuri ya kununua. This man was like, he was annoyed. He was discouraged. So he told me, chagua kenye unataka. Woi, wacha mimi nibebe, karibu nibebe market yote. Mimi nilichagua manguo. si rappers, si viatu, si nini. Until ananiambia, "Hai, hizo sasa unapelekana nazo wapi?" Awuor naye amenuna hapo, hataki kuongea. So Awuor akaambia this man, mimi nataka kwenda Gikomba tomorrow. Yeye anataka apewe pesa, kesho aende Gikomba. And the guy gave him money. The guy gave her money for Gikomba. Because the guy said, tomorrow I'll be going to work, I'll not take you to Gikomba. You just go tomorrow. So the following day, I took Awuor again to Gikomba. We went and buy things. But at this particular time, I think she was not ready for all this. It was like she was ambushed. And she was naive. And she didn't know what to pick or what not to pick with this man. So it reached a point this man want to marry Awuor. And this Awuor told this man to come and talk to my mom. And my mom, this man, he was a very good man. He was a serious man. Yeah, he was a serious man. And I remember this man came and told my mom he want to marry Awuor. And Awuor was asked. Awuor was okay with marriage. And my mom told this man one thing I can really remember. My mom told this man, Awuor, I think she had a single parent, I think. My mom told this man she can't release Awuor here in Nairobi. This man, first thing to do, to take Awuor to a tailoring college, tailoring school kind of, hapo Kenyatta Market. Awuor ajue kushona hizo vitambaa. Those people who like vitambaa like me, they know. Awuor ajue kushona vitambaa, at least she has something to stand for. Because my mom was always against this. She likes always to empower girl child. She used to say, msichana kama hana pesa yake mwanaume atamdharau. So the best thing, Awuor aende afanye hiyo tailoring, ajue, at least itamsaidia. And the man was okay. Again, my mom told this man, ukitaka Awuor, nampatia pesa, aende kwa wazazi. Wewe utoke hapa Nairobi, uende kwa wazazi wake, uchukue Awuor from her parents. And the man was okay. But Awuor was not okay with this. Awuor wanted to go to this man's house direct. My mom was against that. I can remember, I was 10, 11 years there. So, I don't know what happened, and this man came to realize that Awuor was illiterate. I don't know what happened. Because all these letters, we were the ones who used to write them. This man never knew Awuor doesn't know even how to read. We will write the letters. When the man replies the letters, we come and read for her. And at some point, this man decided, no, we are not going ahead with this relationship. Because I think the man comes from this educated family, I think. He comes from this educated kind of family. And he didn't want to bring illiterate kind of a girl in his family. So the moment he came to realize that Awuor is illiterate, hapo ndio maneno na urafiki na ndoa iliishianga hapo. But Awuor was a very good lady, I think. I don't know where this lady went to. This lady was, yeah, that smart girl. I mean, jovial, always very active. Awuor was very hardworking. I don't know where this lady went to. And if she's still alive, I pray God to give her long life. And I wish, or I hope she got a good man who understood her. But this other man, ilishia hapo, because the man felt like, no, Awuor was not his type. After a very long time, after me and my cousins, after me and my friend writing letters to this man, without this man knowing that Awuor is not the one writing these letters. And there's something sometimes I remember when growing up, I just feel like, wow, guys, what do you remember in your childhood that makes you happy? Me, sometimes I remember our nannies, and we also had a nanny, and this nanny used to make samosa. Apart from her daily routine, she used to make samosas. And since we were kids and we were sleeping alone, and she used to respect or fear, I don't know. I think she used to fear my mom too much. She was over 20. With her, she was mature. So whenever she wants to go to visit her boyfriend, anatupatia sambusa, tunamwambia tupe sambusa hata 3 ama 5, ndio tusiambie madhe. Ndio tusiambie madhe alilala nje. anatupatia sambusa. Akishaenda bado tunakula hizi zingine, na unajua hizi tugombanisha, because akitugombanisha tutaambia maadhe jana kulala kwa nyumba. Unajua mamangu naye ajui. My mom used to wake up very early in the morning at 5, anaenda job. Anarudi 9, anaingia kwa room yake, yeye anakula huko. Mnampelekea chakula huko kwa room yake, anakula, analala. So my mom also didn't know that we were playing tricks with her, with these our nannies. So this nanny will come anatupatia sambusa, saa zingine tunamwambia atupatie 2 bob. By then bob ilikuanga pesa mingi sana. Mkienda mnunue ma sweets mingi sana, ama sumuni ilikuwa inakupatia sweets mingi sana. Sasa kikuja tupatie 2 bob, wow, we are small millionaires in town. We are small millionaires in town, but you are very silly, by the way. 2 bob, kitupatia 2 bob, si tuko tu sawa, hatuna stress yako. Ama utupatie 5 bob, ilikuanga ya karatasi. Kitupatia 5 bob, wow, we feel like we are on the top of the world. So the girl just does their things. Na hatusemi. In fact, mimi, I was one of the trustees of my nannies, because they used to trust me a lot. They knew me sitasema, because I was that introvert who never used to talk. Sitasema, mi bora nipewe zangu za macho, alafu nipewe sambusa. Waenda kulonaenda. Ukitaka urudi, ukitaka ukae huko. Bora umetuachia sambusa. And we used to enjoy, by the way, with these our nannies and we used to call them aunties because they were older, but not our aunties because some of them were Kambas, Luyas, Kisses, but we used just to call them aunties. Guys, what do you remember in your childhood that gives you happiness or that makes you laugh sometimes? Me, sometimes I remember how we used to interact with our nannies. Nafurahia tu. And we used to play a lot of tricks for our mom. And my mom was steamer. Nasikanga wire steamer, electricity cable. That was our mom. No nonsense type of a woman. African lady. So we used to play a lot of tricks for her, I mean. With those few remarks, guys, let's interact down the comment section. Bye-bye.